And welcome, judges and everything, to and everyone to puzzle number 7. Yeah, I'm just starting now to like cutting the VOD here. So what's puzzle number 7? Puzzle number 7 is this thing that you are seeing here. I'm just restarting the timer and letting you notice that there is something very interesting in this puzzle that is about these 3 columns down. These three cells in the column here. What I mean with that? There are probably multiple starting points from this puzzle, multiple break-ins, but I will show you the one that I found the most elegant, at least, as I'm trying to do with all of the puzzles. Like, if those 3 moves that are clearly recoils are all vertical recoils, this means that they are 1, 2, and 3 vertical recoils made this way. And now I clearly can't continue this way because that would trap everything, so I must go this way. But if I try to go this way, because clearly this one goes down, this means that I'm recoiling this cell, and now I can't continue this way, but I can't continue up. So, in other words, it's just not possible for the puzzle to have those 3 recoils going down. Now, the reason why I think this is important, the fact that those 3 cells are not recoiling all down, is that because this means that one of those moves is a recoil, is an horizontal recoil from above, okay? But now, if you look at the ways the path can go up and then down, or vice versa, you can see that you have this nice, this narrow path and this other narrow path. Problem is, this path can't be done in that direction because this move can't be recoiled. So one thinks, okay, I can recoil in the other direction. The problem is that here I have 1, 2, and 3 moves that are exactly those 3, but now I can't recoil because again, I don't have stuff to recoil to the right. So in other words, this specific path to the right, like I'm talking about this, can't ever be taken. But now, because of this, I know that I must reach the upper side of the puzzle. And, this means that from here, in some ways, I must go up, and the only way to go up is this. And when I go up, I must do that, and I must end in the upper side of this. So this means that all of those things are never, and I mean never, the end of the puzzle. The same applies for this, of course, and the same applies for this in any direction, so you can't ever touch those things with the end of the puzzle, with the, you get them, you get the point, okay? I guess you get the point. So, what we have here is just a starting understanding of how the path goes there, which direction the path goes, and what it does. So, next step, give me just a second, I was trying to open my usual thing, considering that I have things saved. And I just forgot to do that because I'm stupid probably, but okay. So yeah. Okay, nice. And then after you do that, now you can try to understand how the things connect at this point. Why? Because now, for example, this one must be a move that is vertical here or horizontal here, okay? But imagine that it's an horizontal move this way. If it is true, this means that you are making this one before, so you need a move that goes up somewhere here, I don't know where, and this one goes in this direction, and it must be reached after. So in some ways, you must go through here, and then you must go through here, and then you go up, and then you return, and then in some ways you return here, and then in some ways you turn and go up here. That you can clearly see that this is just not possible, because when you go up this way, you're just turning in another direction in the border for this one. So this whole thing means that this cell is recoil going up. And now this means that you can't recoil here, because this one just can't continue. Like you can't do that. So this one can't be the recoiled one. But you know that you need this one to be a vertical recoil. So you need to do at least this. But when you do this, now the question is what's going on with this? Because now this one, could it be an horizontal recoil before you do that? Well, if it is true, this means that you are doing something like that. For example, you take 3 steps to recoil everything around that point, and now at a certain point you must do that, and then you continue this way to finally recoil this cell. Of course, this just can't work. You can try to do that like in any way you want, but it's just not working. So in other words, this means that those two are vertical recoils, and you must do that, and then you continue. Now clearly this one is just stopping, so you must go down, taking exactly one of those recoils at the moment. We don't know if we are taking other of those, but indeed we know, because now this one must turn this way. Because this one must continue, must come from something, that's the point. So you must do that. And when you do this means that those two things are recoils from above, because they can't be recoils from the column now, because they are recoils from above now. This means that here you have the same pattern that we already know for a lot of time, The fact is that you must do that. It's a pattern that always returns, so this one must continue this way now, and this move just recoils from above, so you must continue this way. And when you do that, clearly you can't go from here, so you must continue from here, and now this one must continue, so you must connect this way. So here we are near the end, and we still need to recoil this cell. So this cell must be a recoil in the upper side, that is this one or this one, and I don't think there is a way to make this move considering that you are stopping here. So in other words, you need this move, and this move is just probably ending the puzzle, because now you can't go this way and you can't go this way, so those are taken, and because you can't continue this way, those are done, and those are 2 moves to the right, so those are the moves that we are recoiling. So now this one continues this way now, and everything here is done. Now I can't make this move because I would recoil this cell, and I can't do that, so I must continue from down, and now this connects this way, and well, this one now recoils this cell, and we are done with the top half of the puzzle. Now that we are done with the top half of the puzzle, we can clearly tell that this move is just recoiling this cell, so if we try to go up, it's always broken, so we can't do that. And that we can't go down, because if we try to go down, this means that this cell is free, because we can reach it, but that cell then would be recoiled by this move, so this one can't go to the right, because that move is not allowed. This kind of logic is always useful when you have some sort of loop. Like, you can't continue this way because this move, if this cell is free, is taken already, so you must do that. If this cell is free, of course, but you get the point. So now those 2 are taken, and now I must continue. Now if I try to go down, I just break everything, because this means that this one goes down, recoils down up here, so you must do that. And of course you can't connect straight, so you must go this way. And everything you do after this point, again, it's just not working, because now this one would go down, because you can't connect this way, you can't connect this way, and you can't connect directly up. So everything you do here is just wrong, so you can't go down. but you can't go to the right because you have nothing to recoil, so you must go up. And when you go up, now you must connect. And so you have this one just clears this cell, and now it's just a matter of connecting the rest of the puzzle to, like the starting of the puzzle to the end of that. Let me just still look at the possible messages, even if, okay, it seems that nothing is there. So, okay, we can continue. Now, this just means that I can't go up, because if I go up, I can't go to the right. I can't just go to the left, because then I can't go down, and now I must continue this way, and now I can't go down, and I can't connect before doing the other stuff, so I can't do that as well. So in other words, I'm going down or I'm going to the right. That's a good way to think of some of the time constraints. If this cell is not free, I can't move into it, but if it's free, so I can move into it, that's the segment because I recoil. Yeah, exactly. It happens every time you just return to there after. So when you have pieces of the loop, this always applies. It's a piece of logic that can be made like many times, honestly, but yeah. Okay, another point, this cell has the same problem again. If this is true, and it's this move, this means that I just have those two, and I don't have to recoil up from above, so now I can't do that. I just can't do that, so this move must be a recoil from above, this way. So this connects this way now as well. And now this means that I can't make a recoil here, so those are not recoils, because I can't make those moves. I mean, yeah, those are recoils because I can't go with the path to there, because I don't have horizontal segments here, so I can't make this move. That's my point. So now I can't make this move because I don't have recoils from above, so I must continue this way horizontally. And now that I have this, I clearly can't connect down, because down, if I try to do that, I can't go to the left. I can't go down, I would recoil a thing that is already path, and I can't go this way because I have the path. So in other words, this one must go to the right. When this one goes to the right now, it's a matter of cleaning up the remaining cells. That's the point. A simple way to do that is counting the vertical moves in this column, that is the 3, 4, 5, 6 column, because I have 2 moves up here and 1 move here, so those are 4 moves up. 2 moves up and 1 move up, so it's 3 moves up, sorry. But I have exactly 1, 2, and 3 moves. Oh, come on. Up. So in other words, this one continues this way. And, well, this means a lot of things together. So, first of all, I can't just go down, because if I try to go down this way and connect, I mean, I leave a lot of empty cells. And if I try to go this way, I break. If I try to go down, this is not broken, but as you can see, again, we are clearly just missing points here. So I can't go down this way. And if I go this way, to the right, this move has no recoil, this move to the left, because you need an empty cell for this move. So in other words, it's always forced to go up from here. And when you go up from here, you just go to the right, and now you can make use of those 3 cells to make those 3 moves. And now this one is just recoiling this cell, and now you can connect this way, you go up and complete the puzzle. And we have number 7.